Man, let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. It is cracking joint. It is cracking joint. This joint be beefing with the notifications, boy. I tell you, you're rocking the building. What up? Bloodthirst in the building. Salute my brothers early. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. It's Friday. We still gonna wake and bake. You know, I don't know what they thought, man. We still gonna wake and bake and get it going. Man, this magazine, man, it been taking me on a whole nother journey. I ain't gonna lie. This is a different journey that I technically haven't been on before. You know, it's amazing everything that's transpiring over just the last couple weeks. Just like damn, you know, the support, everything falling into place. The right people, though, more than anything. Um, Quality over quantity, right? Yeah, them notifications, man. We ain't gonna sweat it though. We just go we gonna grind. We gonna grind it out, man. We gonna grind it out, man. Now, I just want to give a special thanks to everybody, the unnamed heroes that, gonna bring this volume two to this incredible series. We're able to get this far, why not just keep going, So um just special thanks, man, everybody that wanted to be involved and just popping up out the woodworks, and doing good things in the APBT community. I think that's huge. That's something that we can't just gloss over that, you know. Even though I ain't gonna name everybody because I want y'all to get the mag and check it out, see who's in there. Some usual suspects, some new cats. We trying to keep it going and move that needle. Um, Hopefully, I can get everything into print within the next short period of time. We'll just leave it at that, man. Get everything into print, man, and get out here, man. Salute everybody in the APBT world out there showing them dogs. Salute. Robo, what up? What's going on, brother? We've been getting it in. Hey, you rock, man. You got a stud you want to put in there. Man, hit me off of here. Hit me off of here, man. We can make that happen. I mean, it would have to be pretty quick though, because I'm moving fast. I'm moving very fast. So yeah, nah, hit me up on this number. Just shoot me a text. Some of y'all I be saving in, some of you guys I don't, but you know, hit me in, man. I'm getting better at saving in and staying in contact. But tap in if you're trying to get that stud in that magazine. You want that joint to be on there. I got some really good rates right now on advertisement. I think it'd be a good deal, man. We're gonna be pushing this thing. Got a couple giants, got some giants on here, So, it is what it is. That's how we're running it. That's how we're running it, man. Just make sure y'all tap in. And if you haven't got the magazine, make sure you go get the magazine. Text me for that info. I'll let you get on with that. Live boy, what up, brother? You know, you know how we do, man. It's wake and bake time. Wake and bake time, man. Like the stream, though. I guess if you like it, if we like the stream, they might push it out here a little bit more. We'll see. We'll see. They don't, they don't know how we do, man. We ain't really worried about the count on there. You know. But nah, special thanks everybody that participated because we bulldogs. We'll bulldog that shit ourselves. We'll just take the whole brunt of the load and do all and sometimes it could burn you out. So to get help from all different angles to diversify the product, I think it'd be good. Getting some different eyeballs on it, spreading around, you know. This is a worldwide thing. Yeah, we call it the American Pit Bull Terrier, but these dogs are loved all across the world. We gotta know that, you know. Bub Johnson, what up, brother? You know how we do, man. We getting it. We getting it in. We getting it in, man. We on the BMX bike today. I'm gonna hop in the Hellcat. We're gonna hop in the Hellcat probably tomorrow. We on the BMX today, man. I thought that monetization, I was like, okay, but this is still the BMX bike. It's just monetized. Yes, sir. Salute everybody that pulled up. Salute everybody. You know how we do. It's wake and bake time. Let's talk about these ooh, expert witnesses. Damn. Damn, man. That's cold. That's cold. Yeah, let's talk about these experts in the breeding world. Um, you hear a lot of this shit, dog. You hear a lot of this shit, and I'm the one to tell you that a lot of this shit is a bunch of bullshit that you're hearing. You know, my thing is there's no such a thing as you could do some shit that you've never done. I mean, yeah, the possibilities are there, but we can't just be running out here acting like we're experts and shit at shit that you've never done. I think YouTube is getting oversaturated with that type of content. It'd be a bunch of dudes. Yeah, if you got love for the dogs, that's good. But when motherfuckers is talking about capturing traits and all of this shit, saying, and it's like, bro, because I be wanting to ask motherfuckers, I be like, damn, I wish I was on the panel to, because it'd be like, I'm gonna tell you, it's like an echo chamber, right? And some of these panels. See, the thing I like about over here is we agree to disagree over here. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker say some shit, you think that, motherfucker be nah, 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 nah. I think like we this is not an echo chamber, right? And there's always been some zesty motherfuckers in this game, dog. You know, Bug City is not a part of the dick pulling contest, bro. I'm not. I'm not. Because I've been seeing some zesty flicks popping up, man, in this APBT world, man. Some old flicks, you know. And I'm not the guy, I'm not trying to get into that. I'm not trying to get into no religious shit. I'm not trying to get into too much politics and shit. I will touch on criminal justice and just inequality, different things like that. I touch on, but some of these topics I'm not getting into, like your sexual preference and things that, everybody agrees with everybody and shit, like, dude, I'm not with that. I'm not with all that, you know. Come with your facts. Like, where is this you're talking about coming from, brother? Respectfully. I think we gotta sift through this shit a little bit more because YouTube is just turned into a fucking circus. You know, we gotta sift into this shit a little bit more and see the expertise and different things, and like what do you actually know? You know, um, have you put in your 10,000 hours? Have you had, like if you only have 5 litters in your life, bro, I don't. Yeah, you may qualify to talk about the shit, but bro, if you only have 5 litters in your whole life, dog, you are that ain't shit. They got teenagers out here that did that. you know and I'm not trying to clown and shit, but I want to raise the bar. I want to continue to raise that bar. Yeah, we want to open this thing up, but we want to make sure that we got people on these panels and on these videos and shit that actually know what the fuck they talking about, bro. Okay. And there's a new purpose. There's a new purpose for these dogs. There's a new purpose. So the old purpose of getting merits and different things like that, like creating when cause motherfuckers couldn't do it when the shit was good. When the shit was good, motherfuckers still couldn't do it. Motherfuckers be in the game 25, 30 years, never produce a fucking champion. You know, they be game, for a long time, and what I'm saying, all this shit never accomplished nothing. Look, bro, it's a new purpose now. So my thing is this: if you're not going to the dog shows, cleaning up with the trophies and shit, and your dogs, and you're getting the same trade, you're breeding dogs that's making it to the show ring, winning best in show, and all of this best condition and shit, because it's a new purpose. So just because we don't have that old purpose, you missed the boat for that. A lot of people be butthurt because they didn't live in that golden era when dog fighting wasn't as frowned up on as it is today. And so they want to live vicariously through the old pedigrees and shit and try to create a legacy now. Like I think it's a little bit too late for that. You know, what dogs do you got pulling up at the shows? What dogs do you got that's looking good? That other people can put their hands on and see that, hey, this is an official dog I'm looking at. You feel me? Smack that like button. Smack that like button. So it's a new age. You got to be out there doing it. Quit getting up on here talking about you capturing traits and shit, and you ain't got one goddamn ribbon. Like, we got to stop that shit. That's what they try to stop it with the journal. Motherfuckers talking about they got dogs and shit back in the day. I understood what the journal was for. I just don't agree with how hot it was. Like, that shit's hot as fuck. People always talk about what ruined the game and who did this, the dope boys, all this shit. You know, let's not forget, the journal, they putting that shit out there in the public so that those expert witnesses can get a full in depth of what's going on and what the stakes are and what, how important is this? How, like who really fucked up the game? That could be a 5-day debate. We could have a 5-day debate on who fucked up the game, bro. You know, but my is it's a new age. So either you got the best dogs or your dog just flying off the shelf, you getting the highest price for your pups. You got the most dogs out here with the ADBA champions that you producing. Everybody's out here. They building off of your shit. Other people are able to dogs and create different recipes and still create good dogs and make it to the show ring and pass that lineage on to other people, and they're able to have success, and the people after that's able to have success. That's the new flex. So if you ain't doing that, or if you've never bred dogs to know, let's stop regurgitating info off of Schoolboy and the Buck City, all the, all these channels and shit is a bunch of regurgitated shit, and people talking like they know, like it's so easy. Like it's so easy that everybody could just, oh yeah, we could just, you gather the traits and the mama and the man. Where's your dogs at? Where your good dogs at? Where your family of dogs at? Okay, where your family of fucking dogs? Where's the trial and error? I want to see the garbage can too. Let me see that too, and make sure you ain't. You might be the type of breeder that think everything is good. Oh, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Damn, is there a dog that wasn't good? That's a part of breeding. You know how I knew I was breeding good dogs? Because, and this is just a figure of speech, some of my trash turned out to be motherfuckers' treasure. Mm, 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 mm. Got to be more careful. Smack that like button. We only been in here 20 minutes, man. Let's get it. You know what it is. Hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed over here. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this. I got this joint monetized. I'm not really getting no content of dogs and whatnot really like that. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this channel, dog. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We could ping pong and see what's going on and see what's up, you know. Or hey, somebody might want to buy the channel. Throw a dog a bone. It's monetized. What's that worth to you? It's fresh, it's turnkey. I just monetize another one. Fuck it. You know how we do. We get it from the ground up. Yes, sir. Hey, cracking is cracking. We've been keeping it going. Nino, salute, brother. Salute everybody. Taking care of them dogs, keeping that lineage around. Your dog, the dog you got at your house right now might be the dog of the future that carries that bloodline, because we live in a world of uncertainty where we don't know what's going to happen with our dogs. We don't know when the laws are going to get even stiffer, where they trying to literally take them away from us. Mike Dan, salute. Good morning, my brother. Appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Salim Rashad, what up? Oh, you got that hoodie. Yeah, nah, appreciate the support. Appreciate the support, man. Hey, appreciate it, man, for real. I'm trying to get some more out there, man. I got a lot of shit. I just be so busy and all over the place. I got to get a little bit more organized. I've been having some, financial shit going on. Shit, basically since I came home, pretty much like that shit, that's 7 months. That shit put me in a bad spot, not being able to provide and shit like that, so I'm still playing catch up, but hopefully this year we could turn that shit over and Put some of them W's up on the board. He said, let's talk about he said, let's talk about backyard commandos versus champs. You know, in this day and age, man, sure, you know, there's obviously been what we can consider, you know, from a we're talking about a 50-year radius or whatever. I don't know when I think it was 76 when they made it federal um illegal, but you know, they weren't really policing it like that, right? So if you look at it from a perspective back then, you know, you might got guys that really never matched their dogs, but they still had good dogs, if you know what I mean. Because there was bullshit in the game back then. You know, you got cheaters, you got guys. It's a lot of shit that goes on in those fighting rings. That's another reason why it's illegal, because it's a lot of bullshit going on. Just like if you're running a dice game, gambling, you know, when you gambling, it could be a lot of shady shit going on. So although we can put the respect on the history of the dogs and who beat who and who was a four-time winner and you know all of this shit, you can't put all the merit on it because there was a lot of bullshit in those times. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot, you know. But I'm just saying, bruh. But you know, the backyard dog can be just as good. You know, that match dog probably went into some bullshit, you know, historically. Let's talk about the history of this shit because we got a lot of dogs in black and white, and sometimes we don't know how they got to the titles that they got. You know, it's always gonna be some type of a mystery about it. You know what I'm saying? Borderland.
What's going down, brother?
What's going on with it, man?
It's slow motion, slow motion. Trying to get these dogs fed. What
They
you
said
got going on?
in no motion.
Yeah, yeah. So you can see
You,
who's approaching.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta have some type of motion around this motherfucker, man.
Hell
Some
yeah.
type, some
Sometime.
type of motion.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Hey, we in here, man.
what we
I was
on right
talking
now?
about experts in the breeding world, you know, because this YouTube shit, this is all we got. Me, I'm trying to push my agenda. Everybody's on here to do what they do. I'm on
Right.
here to change the laws. You know, I want the law to be changed about chains and the way this shit's being policed, you know, people's
Right.
constitutional rights. I want people to be able to come back on charges and shit, you know, and get shit overturned. That's why I'm here. Now,
Hmm.
as the community as a whole, you know, we all got our own responsibility, and that's just to basically do what the fuck you want. You a man, you know, you can do what you want, you know.
Right.
But it's I just been hearing a lot of expert breeders and shit, and it's like if you don't got the results to speak for, because I don't really talk about shit that I've never done and shit. You know, it's
Right.
just like
Well,
okay, traits and you know, we talking about traits and shit. Like, dude, are we really on that same page, or is it just as easy as watching a fucking video and goddamn, oh, now everybody knows the traits and get, oh man, a coincidence, and everybody has the good traits, and you know, like, well, how is that? Because there's so much trash floating around, you know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, everybody's an expert. You
right.
know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know what that is. You
I
know,
think we look too deep into it. Not an expert of the breeding of the American Pit Bull Terrier, but an expert of their program for sure. You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right.
So, if they're an expert of what they got or what they want, I guess really that's all that matters, don't it? Um, when it comes down to, I guess if you trying to better the breed,
Yeah, he said Bob Stevens was the first to go federally for it, and he only had one match, I think. Damn, boy, shit, they all motherfuckers ass. Be careful out there, y'all.
for sure.
They on your ass.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's a new purpose for these dogs. So okay, so dudes, they can't get the accolades from back in the day. You know, most of the players and everybody, you know, that shit's pretty much stomped out, you know,
right.
by the FBI. You seeing what charges they giving motherfuckers. I think we
It
could see
became
that. Like even when it was just chump change for time, you know, it's like, eh. Because I remember it was a misdemeanor. Like my first time going to jail, I was 18 years old, and there was a dude in there, you know, he had to be about 25, 27. You know, he had it popping. He bailed out and shit. You know, that he was stunting. You know, he was from my hood. And he
mhm,
was in there for dog fighting, you know, and it was a fucking misdemeanor. He probably didn't do no time, you know. And now we could see motherfuckers getting hundreds of years and shit, you know.
ridiculous.
And you know, I looked at like even when she sentenced me for 10 months, you know, I was looking at the shit, counting the days. You know, I'm looking at the shit like damn, you know, I know I'm supposed to get more time back, you know, like you looking at this shit, but you know, if you got like the one brother 400 years,
Yeah, that's
like,
ridiculous.
like you
So you
could
don't
take a
want to put
third
yourself in
off,
that
you
situation.
could do whatever you want, dog. They're not gonna let you go, dog. They're not gonna just say, all right, man, you've been here 51 years, man, and we're just gonna let your ass out, dog. Just run around the back so nobody will see you. You know, like, come on. How are you gonna make that early release date or earn release date? How you gonna make that change in the computer, bro?
You can't make that change, man. You gotta, that's what people don't understand. It's a lot seriouser than what a lot of people take it for. They be I don't know, they put their cell phone front street though, man. I think there's a new purpose, like you have on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A new purpose, man.
I say, man, look, it's a new day. So the new flex, like, you gotta have a like if you want to talk about traits and shit, bro, you gotta be breeding these motherfuckers and putting them out here. You know, you gotta have them dogs at the shows and shit. They gotta be winning. Where's the hardware?
Right.
That's the new flex.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be the new cap.
Yeah. There
You're
you
gonna
go.
be, you're gonna be, nah, I ain't gonna start no shit. Janae Johnson, what's going on with it? Salute.
Been a minute since you started some shit, man. Go ahead, start some.
Now we trying to do, we trying to, you know, we trying to do right. Yeah, they're not getting notifications. We're not getting notifications over here. I think I gotta go to the thing. Bank told me what to do. I gotta set some shit on my videos, and it should be all right. We'll be all right. You know, like I said, I do it for the waking bakers. Some of the waking bakers gonna be like, oh shit, we pulled up and just got it in real quick, and some gonna miss it. You know, it is what it is. You know, as long as we got up here and got it in,
Got it in, hell yeah.
that's all that matters to me.
Hell yeah. So, new purpose you say is hold on, that's on the gun. Is the shows, huh?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's pretty much, you know. I mean, you could brag about how much what your dogs are catching hogs and shit. I think that's a good flex if you're doing it the
Yeah,
legal way.
yeah.
Um, dog show confirmation just alone. And if you're not in the shows, I think, you know, other people having your dogs in that bloodline and they believe in that line, you know, rather than
Yeah,
you just go another 10 years of having somebody else's line, you know.
right,
I think, you know, the flexes, it just kind of changes. I can't just go in the box and win champions. You know, that's not why we're breeding the dogs. Even
right,
though we know a dog, there's been dogs that I know dozens of guys that have bred dogs and they do not breed for fighting. They don't fight their dogs. So my thing is, how can you breed for fighting if you don't fight your dogs? Because if you breed for fighting, that means you won't fight your dogs to make sure that they could fight,
right,
right? So if you're not fighting your dogs, there shouldn't be no way of you to be classified as breeding them for fighting, right?
right,
That's that's another flaw in the system, you know. But I knew dudes that they didn't breed for that. They they raised their price high to detour dog fighters. And those dogs, some kind of way, still ended up in the box and people putting champions and shit by their names and they producing champions. So, you know, I don't know if you can control that. Maybe you can. Don't sell a dog at all, I guess. You know, it's just this is the breed where you can't sell shit at all. It's so discriminated against to where every time I sell a puppy, I'm at risk of somebody just conjuring up some shit
yeah.
saying that I'm breeding for the purpose that's been outlawed for 50 years. Right.
And that's a problem. You know what I mean? But I think the purpose is right now. The purpose we all should have is preserving the breed. So,
Right.
like you said, the law changes and all of that. Just like they changed them before to make. Just gotta preserve our to preserve it. We gotta get the laws. At least they gotta look at it and see that. Hey, man, this is dumb. You know what I'm saying? You give it the the amount of money it costs to take care of a man for until he died. You know what I'm saying? Inside the pen, it's got to be something. We need to write Doge and tell them this is federal abuse. But
Real.
no, the laws, man, it's insane.
Yeah, man. Rocco, what's going on, brother? Rocco,
Salute all. Sorry, yeah, I'm in the midst of trying to feed get these puppies right.
talk about this butcher boy.
Yeah, butcher boy.
Let's talk about Butcher Boy.
I mean, he's in behind a lot of the greats, man.
What you put this on a what you looking at when you look at Butcher Boy? What's the first trait that comes to your mind when you look at Butcher Boy?
When I look at Butcher Boy, well, I like
Yeah,
his
what's the first
leanness.
trait? What's the first trait that comes to your mind?
Long, lean. Butcher Boy. He was a, I would say, uh, um, he was not a big boy, but a big boy. You know what I mean? But as far as I like his long leanness, man, his durability. He's built durable.
Yeah. A lot of people used to say that, you know, the Butcher Boy shit had a lot of mouth.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
just, you
but
know, the people that I knew
that's
that had
down
them at
for
least.
Ike and that Daibo stuff. So, that would be a carry trait from Daibo. But he was durable. He's a durable built dog, man. When you look at him. just looking at him. You said looking at him. You know what I mean? If I looked at him like, God, look at those bones. Some
Well, no,
front
I'm just saying
legs
if
are
you saw that in the pedigree or anything, you looking at that, okay, Butcher Boy,
boy.
like that's the first
Okay,
trait
so
that
say
will
if
come
they
to my
tightened
mind.
up on Butcher Boy, I would say yeah, mouth would be one that he'll be able to grab down and hold on to something because that's what I mean. That's basically what he was bred to do. That Heinz crossed into that Daibo stuff.
You know, you getting that Butcher Boy and Butcher, even the Butcher Boy 2, all those dogs, them was some supposedly, heavy mouth dogs.
Yeah,
They crossing it back with the Eli Jr. shit, Orphan Annie 2. Like you're not trying to be there all night. Just from a historical perspective, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, yeah.
From a historical perspective,
They get into that
um
rough.
Carver's Bad News and all them dogs and shit coming up off of that shit. So those are more mouthier dogs. You see
Yeah,
Butcher Boy back there,
yeah.
you know,
I and that trait, Butcher Boy's traits carry on down the line too. If you look
yeah.
at how it just keep looking at offspring to offspring to offspring, that it carried on down the line through all that
And
Carver
somebody
stuff.
said size.
Carver did a lot of Butcher Boy.
Rocco said size.
He's a big dog without being a big dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. He got that frame. His frame is
Yeah,
sturdy,
and
a big sturdy frame,
third
but it probably
frame,
don't
yeah,
weigh much, so he gonna be the bigger dog.
right. But if you go down through bad news passed them traits down too, man. And that's where, like, if you look at the back of a lot of, or the dog that's for raffle, all of that's back there, man, and passed down and tightened up and rerouted and brought back. It's through all that Carver stuff, man. You'll find Butcher Boy and a whole lot of it.
Look at
It's
that sweet
just-
news. I got the Butcher Boy. That's heavy at the Butcher Boy. That Coy's
yeah,
R.I.P. Coy. Coy
yeah.
has some good shit, man.
Oh man,
Coy has some good dogs. You
uh,
know,
he named it Sweet News because the mom's name was Sugar.
last news. Look at last news. Last news. Oh wait. Hey, you better believe, boy. These dogs, you better
Yeah.
believe they was probably biting.
Oh yeah.
You better believe that.
Emily
Like I
was.
know, I know you talk about durability, all this shit.
Well, yeah.
These son of a
Jim
bitches,
Bob and the
them son
man,
of a bitches was biting. Yes, sir.
it's your boy Jim Bob. Yeah, they had to be.
You
Emily.
know, me just reading up shit. I was always a fan of the game dogs, but I'm sure a lot of these were game too.
Oh yeah.
But they
Some
were
it's the
mostly
same
known
thing.
for biting
Just
your
getting
ass
it done.
down. In my opinion, that's just
Yeah.
it's my humble opinion, man.
Yeah. Nah. Oh yeah.
And so if you got a dog like this isn't we just gloating about the old shit. And then you just be like, all right, fuck it, I'll take a dog off of that shit. But that doesn't mean that you want to fucking fight your dog, though. You
No.
know,
It just means that you're preserving. I would, I guess preserving the traits when you're doing breedings. Like say you had another Carver dog like that, and you bred it to this last news dog, and as so the bloodline don't die. You know what I mean? Because
right?
let's face it, a lot of people now just look at what they're doing with the bullies and the Frenchies. They're trying to create something totally different. You know what I mean? It's
Man, he
like,
bred last news back to banjo.
yeah, insane.
Fuck, fuck. The butcher boy, man. I'm telling you, all stringing from that motherfucker too. We all the way here. Let me see,
Yeah,
sister.
Banshee.
Now let me see cowgirl. Hold up. Now I want to see sister. Sister. Nah, nah, nah. Let me check out.
Exodus.
Let me see one off of banjo that was.
Hit a
I
where
don't know
shit.
which one to hit on. I'm gonna just hit on the top one.
I'm
Fuck it.
trying to see. Okay,
Hey
yeah.
man, they breeding. That's preserving that shit. They
Hell yeah.
preserving it. They showing you how to preserve that shit.
Hell yeah. It gives you an idea.
Get some good producing dogs right here. Good dogs all the
Yeah.
way up.
Yeah.
No, this guy couldn't be an idiot. He had to keep it going. You just don't get shit like that. You don't really want to let motherfucker with that. That's gonna just we hit the
And
button
then
and
to
it don't say
Ali with
nothing.
that Banji though.
Okay, so they probably figured right here it probably needed some type of red boy influence in that shit.
Introduce some deeper game, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we can't just be sitting over there loving all that hard mouth shit and not have no game shit though. You
Yeah.
know, you can't. So then would it be a better motherfucker besides this? Double bred
Yeah.
grandson, bingo, fucking red boy right there.
Yeah.
Two times in the third. Katie Marlowe all over the motherfucking
But
pedigree.
there's all red boy behind that. Yeah. That
Man,
Fanny dog probably 4 times on red boy, man.
man, this shit is crazy, you know? And then this bad company shit, they had good dogs, man. That
Yeah.
bad company, they had good fucking dogs. You know.
Yeah. Dog
But
Holiday. Oh, that's real tight on Dog
Doc
Holiday.
Holiday and shit back there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Farmer's
that's the
Pistol.
Lloyd's Doc Holiday. That's a good looking dog.
Yeah.
He looks like a monster. I take one. I take a. They'll call this an Eli dog. I done seen many of people call this a fucking Eli dog. You know
Mm.
they do. They can Eli. It don't matter. He could be
It's
one time
because
back there. They
Jeremiah
calling that shit Eli dog.
is
Period.
Bully's son, and his real tight Jeremiah Eli Jr. Uh,
Yeah,
what?
he's Eli. He's an Eli
Yeah,
dog.
what a snooty Eli Snooty.
But nah, I would take an Eli dog like this. I just before I
Yeah,
said that, I had to put my disclaimer on there.
stop it.
And you see Butcher Boy back in the back of Snooty too. You can't forget about that. You know,
No, yeah, Butcher Boy there behind Pistol. Carver's Pistol. Butcher Boy should be
you
behind
know,
Carver's Pistol too.
them dogs is looking right.
Karma,
He gets his way
Karma,
around in the pads.
yeah, Karma
He
ran
make
with that pistol stuff, which was heavy, Butcher Boy.
this shit. That's that. Okay, so they keeping this shit. They keeping that.
I
Oh,
don't
okay, no,
think
that's the same.
nobody
That's the
really
same fucking
jumps
dog.
like this,
Yeah, that's the
man.
same dog.
Where you can really, with
This
any
dog.
other breed, can you do this? You know what I'm saying? I don't think the importance of it was there for other breeds. You know?
This bitch look blind, bro. I'm telling you, I done seen a lot of these dogs be blind. One eye, two eye. Yeah, I'm telling you, I seen a lot of these motherfuckers be blind. And it could be because they
Because
bred
they're
so
so
fucking
tight.
tight, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
They bred so tight, but they'll have shit. And yeah, nah, they be blind
But
like
what
this.
what I did notice with them is that they don't ask the blind trait just because they're blind. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Right.
a it's just something that happens. Usually with the white dogs, but it's not like they don't. It's not in their just in their genes. It's for it's something that just genetically happens to that dog that's not passed on. I mean, it can be, I guess, but
Hey,
what
I
I
seen a
see,
lot of I seen a lot of these motherfuckers. I had a granddaughter of Chop Chop. You know, I had a
yeah,
lot of these dogs. I had a lot of these motherfuckers. Her mama was blind. Zena, that bitch was blind. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
yeah,
She was a good ass fucking dog. You know,
yeah. So they
dogs,
used
they
to
shit
drop them blind.
depends. But yeah, any line, if you breed it tight, you know, you could
Yeah,
see it,
yeah,
see all kind of weird shit, you know.
yeah.
I done seen weird shit when it wasn't bred tight. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
First time I ever saw a dog with a he had one leg that was like he came out like this. He had one leg that was like a third of the size of the other leg
Oh man.
in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah,
was
so
super
yeah.
small, dog.
Like it had a
Fucking
super pimp
leg
limp.
was small as shit. And he wasn't bred tight. He had the Hammonds in there. You know, that motherfucker, he had at least he had Hammonds and Jeep. He had the rawhide shit and the Hammond shit. So he was at least shit, 3/8 of that shit. You know what
So
I'm
then it
saying?
wasn't a genetic thing. It was just it's like
It just happened. Yeah,
yeah, like a
it happened.
congenital heart disease. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not
Hmm.
genetic. It's just something that happens one every 1,000
Yeah,
kids or so, one
you get
million
that.
kids.
Saw part, motherfucking Saul.
What it do, ski man?
What's
How
going
everybody
on?
doing, man?
The doodle, what it do though?
But, man, you know, it's all good, man. Shit, waiting for one truck, man, to pull up so I get the fuck up out of here, man. They trying to hold me back and shit.
Oh
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Want me to help motherfuckers and shit. I ain't with that shit today. It's Friday. My motherfucking truck unload this
Friday.
Ooh-wee.
motherfucker
Say man,
and
what's
get
up?
the fuck up out of here. What's up, Borderland?
Slow motion, brother. Try to
Man, slow
slow
motion like a
motion.
motherfucker, man. I be in here goddamn busting my ass and shit, man. And then when I'm finished with my trucks and shit, they be, hey man, you help me? Fuck no, not on no Friday. Kiss my
Yeah.
ass.
You know
Boy, hey, ain't a cloud in the sky at this motherfucker.
what I'm
Shit,
saying?
I'm ready to go wash some shit up and goddamn get clean on the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yes,
What y'all
sir.
got going on?
Sitting there talking about Butcher Boy right now and his lineage
That's an
down.
ugly motherfucking dog. He
Butcher
was a
Boy?
good one, but he was ugly as hell. Hell yeah.
Hey, I
He
think
wasn't
he
no looker to me.
probably
He
was.
wasn't
He
no
was
looker, but
photogenic, man. I could see it. I could imagine him looking something like a Niggerino in person. Long, thick, uh, bones,
tall as hell,
tall. Yeah, you know what I mean?
big ass head.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture where the picture they show of him, he don't look good in that picture. I want to see him like standing on all four. I
Fours
see him
and
like he's sitting down or something.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they need another
That's,
picture of him. That one he's sitting down, man, he look ugly as a motherfucker. He a good dog though. I mean, we ain't doing for the looks and shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
What's up
And
with you, Buck?
he passed
How
it
you
down
been?
too.
Oh, you know how we
He
do,
just say
man.
he passed it down. There's a lot. He says a lot
Yeah.
of dogs look like him.
No, I'm
I ain't
talking
never
about
seen a butcher boy dog.
that not look like him, but he passed down that roughness, that bone structure, and
Yeah,
all of the all of the traits that you would be looking for back then. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah. He
butcher
looked like he
boy.
was a rough motherfucker. He looked rough, boy. I swear he do.
And I think a lot of that has to do with I think half of his lip was gone in that picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to blow it up so I can see it. Yeah, he don't look good in this picture. I want to see him standing on all fours, though. He probably look better if he on all fours, ain't sitting down
But
and shit.
look how big his front, how thick his front legs are.
Yeah, that's what I
That's your
like
boy.
on my dogs, man. I don't like them skinny ass legs, man.
Yeah, that's that.
That ain't that. You know, you see them and shit, man. Motherfuckers' eyes get big and shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's your boy,
Like,
butcher
damn, his
boy.
legs little.
That's your boy, butcher boy.
Yeah.
I
Man,
take him though.
Borderland.
Yeah.
You feel me? Hey, what's the
Actually
raffle
got the
date? Well, let's
well,
let's
that's
set
what I'm
this
saying.
raffle date. Let's
Let's
set
do
this
it.
date. Let's
Let's
set this motherfucking date.
you wanna do it
I
next
think
Saturday and give it another week go?
yeah,
That'd be
I
the-
think
Or
maybe
we could do
after
it tomorrow and go with what we got, man.
nah, tomorrow I'm kind of busy and shit.
Okay.
I got some shit popping off.
So let's set it for next Saturday. Let's get it done.
Hey, how you like them pictures? How you like them pictures, Buck?
Oh yeah, they look
I sent
good.
you.
Oh,
I'm gonna do
today?
some more, man.
You sent something
I'm,
today?
yeah, I'm gonna send some today. I'm right here. I'm right here by the yard. I work right by the yard, so I'm gonna shoot down there and take some more pictures for you and shit.
I'll get some pictures of Banshee for you
Yeah,
today
man,
because
get
we
that
about to
content,
take a
man. Get the
walk.
content. Get
Yeah,
that good
I might just
content, man. You know, it's always good to
yeah
have good content, even if we use it down the road or whatever. It's
yeah.
good to
yeah.
have
I,
that good
I'm
content,
about
man. The
to. I'm
brothers
about.
Hey man,
that
hey,
send
I've
it
been
in,
Banshee
working
I
that
getting
appreciate
motherfucker
fat
it.
here
on me over
lately.
here. I'm about to take him on a walk.
Hey Buck, I've been working that motherfucker here lately, man. That motherfucker love to get on the mill and shit.
Yeah.
He love to jump on that. He'll jump right on that motherfucker. Say, damn, he kind of shocked me though. I put the little weight vest on him and shit and had him dragging some shit, man. That motherfucker pretty strong too.
Man, you just reminded me. I cannot find my weight vest. Mm,
Yeah, I need to
got
take. I got bricks in my shit. I need to go get some sand though. That's what I
I use
need to
I
get.
use BBs.
BBs. I'm gonna probably
Yeah,
use some sand because it got little bags on there and shit that you can stick inside the pockets.
yeah,
This
yeah.
motherfucker done got stuck in the goddamn ditch over here. I
Yeah.
hope that's not my truck, man. I
Mm,
hope that's if that's my truck, I'm gone, man. This motherfucker got
Let's
stuck in
do
the
it,
ditch over here.
Borderland. Let's do it on the 27th. That Sunday.
all right, for sure.
Bulldog Sunday.
Bulldog Sunday. We're gonna do it on the
What what
27th,
uh
fellas.
what time's good for you?
Yeah, I would say you want to do it at like 5 or 6, like the after evening, or you want to do it in
Evening,
the
huh?
morning.
Yeah, yeah, nah, 5 or 6
Damn,
is
Butcher Boy
good.
was
I
62
think the
pounds.
evening's popping. The evening,
Yeah,
the
let's
evening's
do it.
popping, man. The evening, everybody's chilling. We don't do it late, so everybody got to get back to work or school or whatever,
Right, right.
but
So that's what we
knock it
did.
out.
I popped the flyer out again. I'll make another quick flyer and say that 27th is the raffle.
It's the raffle, man.
Let's
So we're
do
gonna
it.
do what? So 4 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. your time.
Right, right.
That's cool. I could do that.
Unless you want to do 8, my time, 6, your time.
What's that
Either way.
next week?
Yes,
Shit,
sir.
6 is getting
Sunday.
late. Six is
Okay.
getting that shit's getting late.
Okay.
And
So
shit, if you go 8 your time, shit, if we go 2 hours, shit, we on there at motherfucking 10:30 fucking around. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, so 4 is good.
yeah, just to get it precise. I mean, if it drags, I mean it drags, but
Right.
or we just kicking it or whatever, but just to knock that thing out, I
I'm
think
gonna
that's a
try to
good
get my
punctual time.
grandbaby to come do the drawing. Since we're gonna be live, she could pull the tickets out. So that way people won't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
your
good,
granddaddy,
man.
Borderland,
Yeah. I got one
young
grandbaby that's
granddaddy,
my
young granddaddy.
grandbaby. And then I got 3 grandbabies that are through marriage.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah. But I
nice,
got one.
nice.
My oldest daughter had a baby. So I got one
Oh,
grandbaby.
okay, yeah, you're a young granddaddy, man.
Yeah, well, shit, I had her when I was 15.
Oh shit,
Oh yeah,
okay.
boy, that boy was
Well, you was
stroking out
goddamn
there,
doing your
boy.
thing, wasn't you?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
boy
man.
was 15, boy.
But
You
they should have
heard
whooped.
that?
Yeah, your mama should have whooped your ass, Borderland.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
she should have tore your ass up, boy.
I
She
had
should have
3
tore
more
your
by the
ass
time I
up
was
for that.
18.
You
Damn.
say you had 3 more?
By the time I was 18, I got 10 in total, man.
Woo,
Oh boy,
10
woo,
kids?
Borderland.
Yeah.
Borderland, come on, man. Hey,
Hey
we
man.
taking you to the doctor
This
right now,
big
man.
saw
We
that
been
nigga
taking you to
crazy.
the doctor.
I'm
We
eight.
taking
I'm
your
eight
ass to the
deep.
doctor, man.
Hey man, I live
I'm
forever. My
eight deep.
legacy is yeah, you
You
know what
know,
I'm saying?
Yeah,
10 ain't that much to me, but it's a
Yeah,
lot to a motherfucker with like two or three.
yeah,
You
you
know,
know what I'm saying?
shit, hell yeah. I ain't
but
got
to
number
me,
4.
10 ain't shit.
And
I
that's
got
I
it.
couldn't
4.
do two more though. I at the CC. I mean, really, these last two they kind of snuck up on me. You
Uh,
know, I got
Yeah,
a
I went and got
9-year-old.
fixed though.
yeah,
I got a
the
2-year-old.
last nine snuck up on me.
Shit, I had got fixed after the last one.
Oh
My old
Already
lady
no.
say,
finished it. He
hell
got
no.
7 grandkids. Whoo, that's a
Nice.
blessing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it
That
is.
Blessing.
your life is your legacy is
Especially, hey,
made,
especially if
man.
they all good. Especially if they
Yeah,
good
he's a
kids and they ain't
patriarch.
bad as hell.
A
Hard to
patriarch
finish,
is a
especially if
leader
they
of a
good.
tribe.
That's
If
the
you're a leader of
legacy
a
is
tribe,
made. That's what I'm trying to get my
you're a
sons to have.
patriarch, bro. That's
How
good
many
shit.
boys you got, Borderland?
I got
Get
4
rock.
boys
What's
and
up,
six
man?
girls.
Okay. Well, at least you got them 4 boys that can help their
Rock
sisters and
got
shit.
5.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
can
got
dig it.
5 boys?
You got 5 boys, Buck? Man, I
Yeah, I
got
got 5
one.
boys.
Yeah.
I got
Borderland
one.
at 3 ain't bad.
Well, see, I had 3 girls first, though. I had my 3 girls first, and then I had 5 boys straight.
Oh, nice.
So
Damn.
I
I
guess
wish
I
I
had to
could have
put in
had
that work.
4 boys. That would have been, man, that would have been right on the money.
I had to put in more work, I guess, and then get the boys.
Yeah,
But
hey,
God
that's what they
knew
say.
if He would have gave me couple boys first, I probably would have just threw in the towel.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, I had a girl, boy, girl, girl.
I had girl, boy, twin girls. Uh,
Oh,
then
so you got a
was
set of twins.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
gonna one of them kids gonna have some twins though before it's all said and done.
You know, well, see,
Yep.
my mom was a twin that skipped me, and then I had a set of twins. So
Okay.
Oh
That's what's
yeah,
yeah,
up.
it's gonna be popping up. You're gonna get twins all over the place. But
yeah,
I got twins
Hell
that
yeah.
run through my family too.
yeah, yeah.
That
I
shit
ain't got
been
no
popping up like
twins,
a
man.
motherfucker.
Not in my immediate family. I got twins though, like, cousins had twins and shit.
Yeah. So let's see how that works. But the legacy is late. My
Hey, any
daughter,
of them like dogs? Borderland?
my daughter does like they not into them like me. My daughter is though. My oldest daughter, she
Any of
like
your boys like dogs, Buck? I know yours probably like dogs.
Yeah, they love dogs.
yeah. My boys is on the other side of the state, so you know.
Don't
My boys, they,
my
you
kid,
know,
hey, my daughter like dogs. She got a little fluffy ass. I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker is. He smart as hell though.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
What you think
My
about
daughter
these experts,
got one of these.
man?
She just
These
got one of these.
experts, Big Saw.
The who?
All these experts and shit. You know, motherfuckers that they know how to get all the traits and shit. Like everybody can't be a good breeder, dog. I'm not saying that you can't eventually be that, but I'm just saying like all at one time, all of a sudden, it's the first day in this dog game where everybody is a good fucking breeder now. You know what I'm saying? And they know all about the traits and they know about the
My
good
fault,
traits.
man. I jumped off. What you was asking, Buck?
Well, I'm just asking
Hey,
what you think about this
I
expert
had jumped
breeding
off.
world.
You say the expert breeding world?
Yeah.
Experts in the breeding world. Shit. Do
Well, I
we
mean,
do
I'm
we
saying
got experts?
it's a it's a lot of I mean, everybody's an expert, right?
You think so? I ain't no
That's
expert in
all I'm
breeding. I ain't
hearing.
even finna sit here. I ain't even finna sit here and motherfucking hold you. I ain't no breeder by any means of the stretch. I just happened to get lucky one time, a couple times. I ain't no breeder. But my homeboy, he the He the mastermind breeder. But you think it's expert breeders though? Who would be an expert breeder to you? Like what? Give me an example of an expert breeder.
I think what I what he's
What you think?
saying
Like
is
what?
that
Like Tom
everybody
Garner and somebody?
consider themselves an expert.
I think it's an expert. I think you could call somebody an expert when they shit is doing what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I
Generations and
think he's saying
generations
what
of
he's
it. You know what
saying
I'm
though
saying?
is that everybody consider themselves an expert. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, everybody got their own opinion and shit. That ain't true worth a damn.
That's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
That's like you might be. Most people
I
are
don't. That ain't
experts
true.
in their program, but
And
I
hell, some
think
of them ain't even experts in their program. Some of them don't even know really what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? They just breed.
right,
They think they breeding best to best.
and yeah,
You know.
I think
I mean,
it
you
take
probably could
time.
call some people some expert breeders. I would call you and Buck expert breeders though, because y'all got like a baseline of what y'all want in the dogs and what y'all want to see in the dogs. You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
would call
right,
y'all some experts. You know what I'm saying? Because
and
y'all
that's
really
what
get down to the science, man. It ain't just trying to put two dogs you think this the best together. I mean, hell, I can do that.
right,
You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean the shit gon' click like it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I would say an expert breeder is a person where you can kind of look at the lineage of what he breed. You see what I'm saying?
Right, and understand it. I think
Exactly.
if you could be an outsider of the program and understand what the breeder was doing, I feel that brings you pretty close to
Right.
to being an expert of your
Damn.
program is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because
Let me
I don't
ask you
even
a
think.
question. Both of y'all, you and Borderland and
Yeah.
Buck. You think Tom Garner is an expert breeder?
Well, I was just about to say that I think Tom Garner. I wouldn't say he's an expert
I'll
of what he
answer it for
wants
you.
to go down. I do think that he's an expert at what he wants. And he understands that, okay, if I go get this dog and breed it tight, then people are gonna come by it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, that's all I think he do though. Is all he
Right.
do is inbreed his dogs. Really, I think his dogs really are like
They
I think
they
they're
is the
more of
foundation
you got to
dogs.
cross his shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? You got to cross it for it to do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I'm back. I'm back.
He like he breathes for just to tighten the stuff up.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And when I did
And
that, I did that to maintain my foundation, but and then you find your niche.
but is he trying to maintain a foundation or he just breeding tight ass dogs though?
That's what he's doing. I think personally, I think he just breathing tight. He
Breeding tight
might
ass
say that
dogs.
NASCAR dog, and then he triple up on that NASCAR dog. Then everybody
And then
thinks
everybody
that
going to get that shit, ain't they?
right, and that's
Dog probably
different.
all bow legged in the front and you know what I'm saying?
Right. And
You
then
know,
and I don't even think he preserves or really waits to see what he wants to tighten up with. You know what I mean? He just says,
he
okay,
don't.
I'll keep this one,
He don't.
and then I'll tighten up with this one, and I'll sell the other ones, and then they'll come back for one of the tighter ones, and then I'll tighten up with that one. He'll see
Yep.
the female and breed that back to NASCAR as an example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
you
he did
get
it
you
a
get
lot.
crazy ass dogs too like that too.
Right.
Motherfuckers eating, biting the chain and hollering all fucking night and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a
But you
lot of
got to
shit with that.
remember how he did that, how he got famous with or how he became a popular breeder. That's what he did with Frisco, with Chinaman. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's how he made Frisco. And then Frisco produced real well, real well. And the,
I, I know a guy that's got China man like in the second fucking generation.
yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
how the fuck did I don't know. You think Tom had some semen off of
No,
him?
no, I don't think so. But he claimed he do. He got semen off of
I heard him
Frisco.
say he do.
Yeah.
Well, nah, if he got, I mean, shit, what'd you say? You said you saw a Chinaman in the second?
Second.
So that would mean the dog had to be off of Frisco. Right?
Right. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Frisco
heard
shit.
Tom said he had some semen off of Chinaman
Frisco
though.
off Chinaman. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
I
well,
heard him say that out his
he's
mouth.
always been a geneticist, I guess, or what does he call himself? So maybe he do, but just at that time, it really wasn't that popular with the bulldog world. I don't remember.
When was Chinaman born? In the 70s?
Yeah,
85.
85, maybe.
Yeah.
Or Frisco? Frisco was born in 85.
Oh yeah, yeah. Frisco was born in
Yeah,
85.
Frisco. I
Chinaman.
think Chinaman was probably 79, maybe.
Yeah, Chinaman's he's up there.
They say Chinaman lived to the 2000s and shit. Let him tell
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
Frisco,
Frisco too.
Frisco.
Frisco's still alive.
shit.
It
But
says
Chinaman
remember,
still
Frisco
that's
died
how
alive
in
he
too.
got into
2000.
it with the ADBA. They're like, man, you got how many times you gonna has Frisco been bred?
Shit,
You know?
Hey, let them tell this shit. Chinaman goddamn still alive.
Yeah. That's why he started his own registry because ADBA was like, man, we ain't never seen
Yeah, I
nothing
know
bred
exactly.
like this. You know what I'm saying? So,
Motherfucking Chinaman in all four generations and shit.
okay. How you breed Chinaman to Chinaman, man?
Right, you breed a male to a male. Yeah,
Man,
Tom got that. Hey, Tom got some shit in the game, boy.
Yeah. Hey, listen, where's that harness at?
Hey, damn, Butcher Boy was 62 pounds.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a big
Damn,
boy.
look
On the
that
tape.
fucking big. Do he look that
Shit,
big to
yeah, he
think,
y'all?
do. Hell yeah.
but he
Look
went
at his
at, what was
paws.
it, 52, 54?
Look at his paws though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got some big ass feet on him.
Look at this big ass paw. Look at the back foot. Look at the like he's a big dog.
What does it say his condition weight was?
50
Uh
something.
It's behind
I
the,
can't see it.
50 something.
yeah. I think 54, 55 or 57. Yeah, he was a big boy.
Prehistorically speaking, Butcher
Yeah,
Boy
nah, he's a
versus
big
Mayday.
dog.
Who you got? Prehistorically speaking, Butcher Boy versus Mayday.
Shit, Mayday was a 65-pound goer, wasn't
Shit, but Mayday, at one time he was conditioned at 59.
he? I would have to go Mayday. Because it's just a bigger dog. Mayday was massive. I mean, like that. His front legs were both a butcher boys put together. He was a massive built dog, man. But
Yeah,
you
but Butcher
know,
Boy might have been longer though.
yeah, yeah.
You
But
never
butcher
know.
boy, but Mayday was a long
Shit,
dog too. He was just a massive dog, man. He was massive.
man, Butcher Boy looked like he goddamn jump out the motherfucking trash can on your motherfucking ass grimace.
Yeah, yeah.
That motherfucker,
Butcher boy might
hey,
have took it. I mean, he more. I think he was a rougher of the two, probably.
shit, I'm going with the
Oh,
old shit. I'm going with the old
oh.
shit.
Mm.
Are you talking about Butcher Boy's a rough rat of the two?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
Nah,
going with
I
Butcher
think he
Boy.
probably got more mouth out of the two. Mayday was a rough motherfucker.
I
Because
never heard nobody say Mayday had a lot of mouth though. I
he was
never
just
heard
so
nobody
much
say that.
bigger,
They
so he
game.
could bulldoze
Yeah, that's
dogs,
why I would
man.
get a mouth to Butcher Boy.
Shit, I'm going with Butcher Boy.
The prehistoric match would be Mayday and Centipede. They same
I'm going
size.
with Centipede.
Yeah, they same size.
I'm
They
going
I'm
with
gonna go with all the
Centipede.
older
Oh,
shit, man.
I'm going with
The older
Mayday. I'm
shit
going.
looked like
I
it was
think the
just
dogs get better. I think the dogs get better and better.
they
So
do.
I'm gonna go with Mayday because he's
But shit,
way after
they
Centipede.
were saying Centipede was the best in the country.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but it was
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
how.
bulldog in that. But it was a lot of bulldogging that went from Centipede all the way to Mayday. Boy, that was a lot of
Yeah, it
bulldogging.
did.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, that was
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was.
of fucking bulldogging, boy. And we talking
Yeah,
about
it was.
prehistoric times, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, it
So
was.
I mean, we could throw it under the rug if we want, but you know, it was a lot of bulldogging.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what we doing up here, man. Hey, get that magazine, man.
Get that magazine.
The new one
Get
out. The
that
new one
mag.
already
International
done dropped.
tickets is going down next
Nah, it
month.
ain't dropped yet, but the old one is
You ain't
get a
taking no
it's gettable.
prepaid payments. I mean no.
Nah,
Pre-order.
Okay.
no.
Yeah, pre-order. Yeah. What I say, prepaid
The
payment,
way
like I'm
my bank
paying
account set
payments
up,
on it.
that shit it gets sucked up like a vacuum.
Like
I can dig it.
Chapito getting
I
sick.
won't even
I'm
feel
about
that. I
to
just be
walk.
busting boxes open and shit off, you know, for a week, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And
We're
I
gonna
need to
keep
get
the
me one of them thou
magazine.
shalt not snitch shirts, man.
hell
You got
yeah.
that
Yeah, they
joint in
ready.
red? You got that
That's what
joint in
I
red?
need.
Yes, sir.
That's
This
what
has
I
been a
need.
perfect day
Shoot
to
me
put that
one, boy.
motherfucker on, too, boy. It's pretty
Man,
out here.
he blinging too. He blinging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go on and
Blinging
order
on
me
him.
one, man.
He blinging on him.
Shit, I'm gonna run back in here though, man. See what's going on in here, man. I might be able to get the fuck out of here, and I'll
All
jump
Oh
back
right,
yeah,
on if
brother.
tap
y'all still
in.
on.
Yep, tap in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Salute. About to put the
Get that mag.
Chapito getting mad. I went by him to put the harness. I'm about to put the harness on Banshee and take him on a walk. Chapito looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, them two don't like each other.
But
Tapito's a young man. He's like a young grown motherfucker.
yeah, that's my little man child, man.
Yeah, he is, man. He is, man.
But every time he see that harness, he think it's his turn to go out. Like somebody else gotta go too. So he get all but
Uh-oh. I
uh
heard my daughter
uh-oh.
might
Good
be able to
time.
run to the post office.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Wait, I didn't even go down. What's up, Mike Dan? Jeannie Johnson, Art and Finish, GMB
Yes,
Rocco,
sir.
Vernon Starr, Bloodthirst in the building, Big Soul, uh, Pyrex, salute all, Sir Swampy, Bub Johnson. I hope I ain't missing nobody. You're rocking the
Yeah.
building, RBG. Mm, shit. All y'all, salute everybody in the chat. But yeah, man, what's next on the docket? Or did we knock it out already?
APBT magazine, man. Get the mag.
Get the mag.
Get the
Volume 2
motherfucking
coming
mag,
soon.
man. You know,
On it. Get your raffle tickets. It's going down not this Sunday, but next Sunday, the 27th,
27th, man.
4
27th
p.m.
raffle.
West Coast time.
Get that
So
out there, man. Everybody share it. Get it out there. There's a couple more tickets to get. Get them
yeah, hit
tickets
me up.
so you can be in there. And you know, that's how we gonna serve it. You know, get that flyer up there, promote that thing, and the 27th, man, be there. Mark it on your calendar. We're gonna set the uh the session up. I'm gonna figure out all the kinks and everything
Yeah, and then I'm
so
gonna
we can
try to
get the
have
notifications
my
and stuff.
granddaughter to
Yeah,
come through and pull the tickets. So yeah, I
yeah,
think how
yeah.
we
No, it's
said
gonna be
we'll
dope.
do 10 tickets, run through some more show. So we need a docket as well where we have the first pool like 30 minutes in, and then the second pool another 30 minutes, and then at the end of the show we're gonna pull out of those five for the winner. So I think that'll be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. You know, somebody gonna be able to get some good blood too. So
Yeah, man.
be there. I know
Good
some people
old
been
car.
trying to wait for the last. I'm a last minute guy. I'm a type of guy. I won't even
Yeah.
get the shit early. I'll be like, okay, when is the thing? And then if there's some more tickets, I'll get a ticket,
Right,
day
right.
of and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm just letting y'all know, don't
Don't
miss your
sleep on
spot.
it.
That's all
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying.
about to go
Don't
down. Got all
don't
that.
miss your spot.
Talking about Butcher Boy. Butcher Boy back in there in her blood too. Through that bad news stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
It's
It's
all in
all
there.
in there.
All that Carver blood. And she's growing to be a beautiful specimen of a bulldog, man. She's what, 7 months now? 7.5 months. Yeah. Puppy stage over with. She chain ready. She kennel ready. You know what I'm saying? She wait for me to come. That's her barking over there. All the
I
other
wish
dogs
one of them
quiet.
other
She
ones.
like, come on out here. Tail wagging. She loves people already introduced to people. She ain't shy. Good dog, man. She gonna be a good dog.
I ain't gonna lie, I like her. I like her pet a lot, but I honestly, man, that other pet, man,
Which
I
one?
don't know. That one might be a good.
Which one? The one with Brad?
Now I think the one that you got the other pup, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, I like that one a lot.
Yeah. With
We'll pop that shit up one day, man. We'll pop
yeah,
that shit
yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying?
I'll go down through it.
I
I
ain't gonna
got
get into it. I don't want people to get confused right now.
yeah. No, she got good blood. Her and the shit, man. The left eye breeding was a good one over there too. And then well, we got something coming too in the future. That will go nice with her, whoever get this one. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Yeah, it'll go real nice
all
with her.
day, man. Hey, man, none of this content used for illegal purposes.
At all.
We ain't doing nothing
Or
illegal with
going
these dogs.
educational purposes.
Nothing that we doing is illegal with these animals. I think we should at least get that much grace.
Yeah.
If a motherfucker not running out here just intentionally breeding a dog, oh yeah, let me breed him because I'm gonna fight him, like that. You're not breeding for fighting, bro. You
Nah,
sell
man.
a fucking dog. I mean, I know they gotta try to figure out every way to sweep you up in the vacuum. I understand that, but come on, man. Let's be fair. It
Yeah,
don't
some
matter.
things different
You
than
know,
others. Preserving the
yeah,
breed is first and foremost. Loving your dog. And man, let's keep it going.
yes, sir. Hey, man, look, we had a good one.
Yes, sir.
We had a good one, man. Let me make
A
sure.
raffle date is set, man.
27th,
The
27th,
27th.
man. Be there. Don't be late. Be there. It's gonna be 4 Pacific time. What are you, Central? You're Central Standard, huh?
Central. Yes, the Central Standard.
Central.
6 o'clock
Okay.
Central
6
Standard Time.
o'clock Central. That'll be 7 o'clock Eastern. So it'll be 4 o'clock Pacific, West Coast time. Uh
Yeah.
man, be there, man.
Be there. Let's get it in. Shit, tap in with me, Buck.
Yeah, I'll
Set up
tap in, bro.
already. For sure.
I like to work, work, work. I work, 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 work. Like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6. I came up pushing dimes 24/7. I'm working every day, 24/7. I'm working every day. Work, like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6. I came up pushing dimes 24/7. I'm working every day, 24/7. I'm working every day. Wake up at 7, like I got a job, but I don't got one. I sell dope and ride, getting every dollar. That's my GD. Every day in these streets, I be ducking police. I keep me a backpack, just like I'm in high school. And I feel like a carpenter, cause I always keep the tool. Every day I work, blowing on that perp, sipping on that perp. I'm leaning off syrup, 24/7. I hustle hard, and 24/7 I stay barking with my dogs. Y'all know what's happening, bitch. I stay trapping in your apartment, in the hallway, trafficking. I'm moving weight, my pockets looking big, and you don't work, your pockets looking thin. I'm getting twice the money, as if I had a twin. I'm all about money, you can tell I get it in because I work. Like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6. I came up pushing dimes 24/7. I'm working every day 24/7. I'm working every day. Work. Like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6. I came up pushing dimes 24/7. I'm working every day 24/7. I'm working every day. WORK. Don't play like an arcade. My money is okay. I'm so free, no AJ. Free wages like Ricky. Your money's so iffy. Paint job is peanut. I'm so butter, no jiffy. Bread like jam, bitch. I'ma make it spread quick. Talking about big chips. I'ma need a forklift. Push weight room. Seeing what the weight do. Feels like I'm playing chess, so I'ma make a great move. I'ma do what greats do. Fall like alley hoops. I'ma play like MJ and my bitch is Cheryl Swoops. NBA ballin', my money be dribbling. I'm all about money, you can tell I get it in because I work. Like a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6. I came up pushing dimes 24/7. I'm working every day 24/7. I'm working every day. Work.